This is going to be a vocabulary class, and we call this one Unique Personalities, and that we're going to be talking about different words to describe personalities. You know, if are somebody cynical, egotistical, indecisive, all right? And I have a lot of friends like that. I have a lot more that are sensible, though, and some that are sensitive, okay? So feel free to join class, and we'll talk about these different terms, have exercises, and we'll also make up our own sentences, okay? Fabricio, welcome back. Hello again. Hey, Mustafa. Good.
Hey,
good. All right, good. So a few familiar faces are back already. And let's see. Was there another class, or there's only one? There's only one verbaling class going on right now, right?
Yeah, one only.
Okay. Yeah, because.
Only one.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty soon we're going to start having more than one class at a time, which is going to be pretty cool. Not all the time, just during what they call like the peak hours, right? When there's a lot going on there. So good. So Fabricio, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Are you studying English right now in school? How are you learning your English?
Okay. Well, I'm 25 years old, and I'm studying English in a private institute.
Okay. Good. And
I study systems engineering.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. How are you studied already? Mean you're completed, or you're still studying?
I have to sit for 2 exams to get my degree.
Okay. Good. And then will you be working on networks, or what will you be working on?
Well, I worked as a software developer, but now went back to my studies to finish my career.
Okay, good. You went back to your studies to finish your degree, and then your work is your career. Okay, good. Just trying to help you out. Hello, Driss. Welcome back. Hello, Driss. Oh, it looks like. Hey, Driss, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I have lost my connection.
Yeah, no worries.
I couldn't join you the last classes. I wish don't my connection out. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. You wish you wouldn't have lost your connection is a better way to say that. Okay, so good.
Yeah, I wish.
All right,
okay.
Good.
Thanks.
So, by the way, those of you viewers on the outside, feel free to come in. There's still plenty of seats here. Hey, Juan, how are you, Juan?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing very well. So good. Welcome to class.
Thank you. I just met the class, so I'm not sure what you are talking about.
Oh, well, don't worry. We just started class. Actually, I haven't talked too much about what we're talking about. So we're talking about today is the different vocabulary terms when we're talking about personalities. Okay? You know?
Okay.
So you have friends that are imaginative, some that are indecisive, picky, sensible, cynical, eccentric, all those different terms that you can use when describing friends. Okay? So good. Where are you from, Juan?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay, good. Home of the best coffee in the world, right?
Yes, that's what people says.
That's what people say. Yep. So good. Well, good, Juan. Good to see you in class. Let's see. And Carlos, did Carlos just leave?
Thank you.
Hello, Carlos. Then he came and left. You know, he's kind of like a magician. So okay, let's wait for a few more people to join the class. Hey, Hitch, welcome back again. Okay. So let's see here. Hey, Carlos, are you there? Maybe not. Okay. All right, so let's just wait just a few more minutes to see who else. So those of you that are viewing, please do feel free to join the Hangout. This is a really easy class. I mean, we're going to go through the definitions of these different words. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give sentences, and then we'll also do an exercise or two on these as well. Okay? So nothing hard, everything good. Okay? Let's see what Carlos is doing. Okay, I'm in the middle of your desk, Carlos. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Hitch. How are you, Hitch?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Hitch. How are you?
Fine, thanks, teacher.
Good.
Fine,
Hey,
thank you.
good. Hey, Carlos.
Yes.
Hey, sorry, Hitch. So, Carlos, yeah,
Yes.
can you try to find an environment that's a little more quiet?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, it's just a little loud. Are you in an internet cafe?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just make sure you mute yourself when you're not speaking, but it's best to be in an environment that's really quiet, just so I can understand everybody. Okay. So it's really easy to hear. So Juan, back to you. So Juan, are you studying English right now in a school?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Good. Are you studying English?
Well, actually, I'm studying English at the university.
Okay, good. How far along are you as far as studying English? Have you studied it for 2 years, 3 years? How many
Well,
years
I
have you been
lived
studying?
for a while.
Hmm. It's okay, Juan. So you left for a while? Mm-hmm.
I lived for a while in the States,
Oh, you
short
live.
time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it was less than a year,
Mm-hmm.
but I tried to improve my English year by year, and now I'm studying to get a diploma in the college.
Okay, good. So you're back in Colombia now?
Yeah, I'm back in Colombia, and I'm studying in a nice college here to get my English. I want to become an English teacher here.
Okay, good. All right, sounds good, Juan. So let's see. So Glidey, is that right? Am I pronouncing your name properly? Glidey? Glidey Souza? Hello, Glidey Souza. And by the way, Juan, make sure you mute your microphone when you're not speaking, just so we don't hear any background noise, okay? Just when you're not speaking, just mute it, okay? Hello, Junio. Junio, welcome back. Hey, Junio, make sure you don't have that red microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey.
Hi, teacher.
Hey, Junio. How are you? Hello. Hey.
Fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Junio, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm back.
Okay. Hey,
Yes.
Yusuf.
I haven't been able to access the classroom properly.
You weren't.
I have tried to access the classroom, but I have some problem.
Okay, so you can't use the chat room. You can't use the chat. Yeah, don't worry about that. Every once in a while, that might act up. There might be a problem. Okay. All right. But a lot of today, we're going to be doing just a lot of talking out loud. Okay. All right, Junio. No problem. Okay, Junio.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, Junio. So not a
Okay,
problem.
I'm trying to access.
Yeah, I understand, Junio, but it's okay if you don't use the chat. It's okay. And Junio, we're going to start class soon. I just wanted to say hello, okay? Let me continue on. And I understand that the chat doesn't work, but it's okay. You should be able to access it if you just click on the verbling button. But sometimes that doesn't come up, okay? All right? It's okay, Junio. No problem.
Okay,
And
I'm
yep.
Hello,
hear
teacher.
you. I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, so good. So Junio, it's okay. Let me continue on, okay? We'll get class started, okay? Hello, is it Glidey? Is it Glidey? Am I
Hello,
pronouncing?
teacher.
Hello,
Glade.
Glidey. Glidey?
Glade.
What's that?
Glade.
Glidey?
Yes. Yes, Glade.
Okay, hi Glidey. Welcome to class.
Hi.
Where are you from, Glidey?
Thank you. Hi, teacher. I'm from Brazil.
Okay, good, good, good. Well, welcome to class. Welcome to class. And hey, Youssef, hello. Sorry, Youssef, I didn't mean to give you such a light greeting. I was just trying to help out Junio. So, wasn't it? Oh, now you left. I wasn't trying to ignore you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Hey, Mustafa. So, all right. So let's continue on here. So I think I've said hello to everybody. Let's go ahead and get class started. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is screen share here, and what we can do is we can look at what's called these unique personalities. By the way, those of you that are on the outside viewing, please feel free to join class. Okay. Right, so let's start here. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so Carlos. And by the way, what we're going to do is we're going to read these, or going to give the definition of them, and then we're going to use these in example sentences. Carlos, can you read cynical, please?
What do you say, teacher?
Yeah, well, if you weren't in a loud environment, you could probably hear me better. So what I'm saying, Carlos, is read this one here. Read cynical, okay? Read this.
Okay, cynical. A simulator of God from other people believing that people good things for bad reasons.
Okay. Hey, you know what, Carlos? Actually, can you need to find a more quiet environment. It's too hard to hear you. Okay. I hate to tell you that, Carlos, but it's very, very hard to hear you. It's distracting. You'll hear everybody else. They're all in a quiet environment. So, Carlos, just please find a quiet environment to attend class in, because it's just too hard to hear you. Seriously. You know, I'd love for you to be in class. I love having a bunch of students in here, but when we can't understand you, it doesn't make sense. Okay. All right. So, Driss, can you read cynical for us, please?
Okay. Cynical. Seeing little or no good in other people. Believing that people do good things for bad reasons.
Okay, so good. So cynical, do you understand what that means? Can anybody use cynical in a sentence? It's okay, guys. No, don't be a little shy. So, has anybody ever heard of when you look at a glass of water that's half full, right? Okay, so glass water. Okay, so there's a saying that we have in the United States. It's how you look at a glass of water, the points of view. Okay. So you can hear optimist. So pessimist is also somebody who is cynical. So when they see a glass of water that is half full, they say it's half empty because they're always looking at things in a negative point of view. An example sentence could be, yes, a la skeptic. Skeptic is cynical, okay? You know, and cynical is like a higher degree of being a skeptic. A skeptic might just question things, all right, and you know, look at them like, I don't really believe that. But somebody who's cynical, they just are really always in a bad mood, just looking at things always in a bad way. Everything's done for the wrong reason. So, for example, I'll give you an example sentence with cynical. My friend is so cynical. He's so bad that he doesn't even believe that his dog loves him. Okay? Believes things are that bad. Can anybody else use cynical in an example sentence? How about you, Mustafa?
I have a problem with sorry. Example for cynical.
Yeah, cynical. Can you use that and when talking about a personality or a person?
I think she takes a rather cynical view of men.
Yep, I think she takes a rather cynical view of men, and good, very good. Because also, too, with personalities, they might be a little different. She might be optimistic when it comes to life. You know, she might look at, oh, yeah, life's a great thing, but she might be cynical with her view when it comes to men. Excellent, excellent example there, Mustafa. Hello, Long. Hello, Long. Hi, how are you, Long?
Yeah, fine. How are you doing?
Doing very well, doing very well. Where are you from, Long?
From China.
Okay, good, good, good. Very good. And where at in China?
Actually, we're east part. It's very near. Do you know the Shanghai? Very near Shanghai, but it's not Shanghai province.
Is it in Suzhou or Hangzhou? Are you anywhere near there?
Yes, yeah, somewhere near, very near that, but yeah.
Yeah, 我很喜欢杭州茶，我喝很多。
Alright, I can hear that. You speak Chinese.
Yeah, 一点点. But yeah, I still get the Hangzhou tea. That's my favorite tea. Very good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the very nice tea. Yeah.
Very good tea. Very good tea. So good. Let's continue on and just watch what we're doing. We're going through this vocabulary, and then we're giving example sentences. Juan.
Yeah.
And very very nice to meet you, Long. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So,
very nice to meet you.
Yep. Very, very good. So, Juan, cynical. Can you use cynical in a sentence?
Okay, let me see. Well, cynical is probably easy to understand, but not to express. But a cynical person for me is, well, a sentence, right? My friend was so cynical thinking that he couldn't do it.
He was so cynical.
That I couldn't do task.
Yeah,
well,
so
it's not exactly, but
yeah, no, but it's okay. Hey, Juan, just remember, anytime that you're thinking. So I know it seems kind of cruel that I'm always asking people to come up with questions, but example sentences. But anytime you're thinking of those sentences, it gets your mind moving, okay, and it helps you out. So I can help you, all right? You can say, my friend has such a cynical view on life. It's amazing that he can ever accomplish anything, right? You know, because he's always so negative. It's hard for him to be motivated, okay? So no problem. Hello, Fabio.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very well, Fabio, very well. Welcome to class. Welcome to class.
Thank
you. Yep, good, good, good. And let's see, Amar. Hello, Amar. Your screen might have froze. Oh, there it is. Hey, Amar, how are you? Okay. Hello, Amar. You might have your microphone muted. So up on the top right-hand side, there might be a red microphone. Press that red microphone, okay? All right, and that'll get you started. And where are you from, Fabio?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, good. Perfect, perfect. All right, good. So let's continue on here with a few more examples. Glidia or glide. I'm sorry. I'm very, very bad with some names. How do I pronounce your name again?
Glady, please.
Glady. Okay.
Glady,
so Glady.
yes.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Yes, Glady.
Glady? So
I'm
Glady, can you give me an example of cynical? Can you use that in a sentence, please?
cynical. Sorry, Titan.
It's okay. It's no problem. Do you have a friend
I
that they
think
look?
when the people lie can be cynical, not say the truth. Can be?
Yeah, but no, no, no. People that are cynical aren't necessarily liars. You don't want to call somebody a liar that's cynical. Okay, you don't want to make that sort of relationship. Okay, cynical is just somebody
Understand.
that doesn't look at things in a happy way. Okay, cynical is a type of person that can look at a cute puppy dog and go, "Oh, now it's something that poops and pees everywhere." Right?
Ah,
Okay,
okay,
that's how
okay,
somebody's
okay.
cynical. They don't look at things, in a good way. So can you use cynical in a sentence? What's that? Okay. Well, let's continue on to the next one because I see that we are going a little bit slower than what I really want. But so you can so Glidey, just one last chance. Do you have anybody in your family or any friends that are usually very negative?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So you can say that person is very cynical, all right? Okay? You can say that their personality is very cynical. Like Aunt Jane is very cynical in the way that she looks at things. You can say Aunt Jane is a cynic, right? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Eccentric. All right?
Okay, teacher, I
So,
understand.
okay, good, good, good. Servette. Hey, Servette, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you, Bret. How are you?
Hey, good, good, good. You have such a familiar voice, Servette. So good to see you, Servette. So, can you start out with eccentric? Can you read this for us, please?
Okay, eccentric. A. Having strange, unusual, or abnormal habits or tastes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is an insulting type of thing. So be careful when you're calling somebody eccentric. And they do a lot of times people that are rich, okay, they have a lot of money. A lot of times they're eccentric. It seems to kind of go with their personality. I'm not saying that's all the time, all right, but rich people are known for being eccentric. Okay, so let's use these in an example sentence. Hello, Long. And by the way, Juan, make sure you keep your microphone muted, Juan, when you're not speaking, okay? Because there's always a little bit of feedback, okay? Long, can you use eccentric in a sentence, please?
Yep. Eccentric. Okay. He noted her eccentric appearance.
Her eccentric appearance. So like the way she dressed. Maybe she wore the same black shirt every day. Okay, so that could be, or maybe she wore her hair in such a style that isn't very common. So yeah, you can use that. But also too, it's usually like habits and different things that you like. So, but good, good, good. And let's see here. So, Fabio, can you use eccentric in a sentence, please?
Let me see. Most of the characters in the Big Lebowski movie are really eccentric.
Most of the characters in the Big Lebowski movie are very eccentric. Yeah, they are.
That's quite an understatement, but
That's good too. That definitely is an understatement. That's one crazy movie.
Yeah.
You usually have to have a drink or two in you in order to handle that. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. or
Sometimes
even
it's
more.
not enough.
So Amar, can you hear us, Amar? Hello, Amar. I think maybe his internet connection's slow. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's so slow that he's gone. Okay, so let's continue on here then.
Teacher,
Okay. Yes, student.
I think I am a little eccentric. I have strange habits sometimes.
Okay, are you? Well, we don't want you to be too open, but do you want to share what's one of your strange habits?
Sometimes. For
Sometimes.
example, yes, I wake up very, very early and I do a lot of things very early. So strange habits, I think.
So you do. So you wake up earlier than most people and just do a lot of weird things. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good. All right, got it. So yeah, you might be eccentric. It depends on those type of habits and things that you do that would make you eccentric, you know. So like anyway, but yep. Okay, good. I'm glad everybody's getting the meaning of these words. That's good. So here's a real insulting one though. Okay, but unfortunately, with the way our society is, a lot of people are actually this way. Mustafa, can you read the next one?
Yes.
Egotistical.
Egotistical. Adjectives: thinking too highly of oneself, considering oneself better than other.
Okay, so yeah, so that's when you consider yourself better than others. You know, like think you're so smart and so much better. And if you're egotistical, what you need to do is you need to become more humble. Yeah, selfish. So yeah, egotistical, they can be selfish as well because they think they're the only one that exists. Okay, but the opposite of egotistical is humble. All right, somebody who, you know, just really is happy for what they have. You know, they don't boast a lot, things like that. But yeah, egotistical people usually are selfish too because they think that they're the only ones who exist. All right, so good. So let's see here. Hitch, can you use egotistical in a sentence?
Can you read?
Egotistical, this one here, this word here, egotistical.
I don't know.
No? And Hitch, by the way, I would try to see what's wrong with your microphone because it puts on a loud buzz, and there's a lot of us that are wearing headsets. I mean, you can see all the people wearing headsets, and it kind of buzzes in their ears, okay? Hello, Alia? Alia Ali, is that right? Hello, Alia? With the picture of Princess Diana, the late and great. So, Alia, you might be muted. There's a red microphone button up on the top right-hand side. Make sure that you press that because you might be muted. Okay. So, Fabricio. Hey, Fabricio.
Hi.
Can you, hey, my friend, can you give me an example of egotistical in a sentence?
Okay. I don't think it's egotistical to think about my future before getting married.
So let's work with that. So that I wouldn't put that as, and it's okay. You don't have to hide your camera, Fabricio. It's okay if you don't get it perfect. So egotistical, egotistical means just where you think that you're better than others. Okay. So that's all that means. So what you're saying is you don't think it's egotistical to be thinking of getting married before you finish your degree. So yeah, I wouldn't really use that as being egotistical. Okay, if you want to talk about marriage and egotistical, you could say, I'm very egotistical. There's no way that I would marry anybody who is not a perfect 10. and doesn't have the perfect personality, right? That would be something
Right.
egotistical, right?
Okay.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, and let's see, one more with egotistical. Servet, can you use
Yep.
egotistical in an example sentence?
Yes.
Can
My cat is showing egotistical behaviors and it doesn't share its food with me.
Okay. I hope you're not eating after your cat too many times. So good, good. And hey, Mustafa, I'm sorry, I didn't see you till now. Yes, Mustafa, go ahead.
he's the most selfish and egotistical individual I have ever met.
Yep, and egotistical individual I've ever met. Yep, and a lot of times you're absolutely right. People pair up selfish and egotistical together. Okay, all right. So let's talk about some good stuff now. Imaginative. Okay, this is good. This is good. So, Juan, can you read the next one? Imaginative. And you might be on mute, Juan.
Juan.
Hey, Juan. Mm-hmm.
Create imagination.
Yeah. Hey, Juan.
Creative, much imagination.
Yeah, so Juan, just keep in mind, though, if your internet connection is slow, it's better that you turn your camera off. Okay, if your internet connection is slow, turn your camera off so we can hear you better. Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah, a little better, okay? So we were able to hear the definition of imaginative, okay? Fabio, you sound like you have an imaginative type of personality. Can you use that in a sentence?
Yep. In order to provide proper examples, you got to be a really imaginative person.
Yep, good. And who do you think is one of the most imaginative people in our lifetime?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. It's kind of hard because it really depends on the context. But I don't know. Well, in our lifetime, because I can't think. Well, you know, the first names I think about it's Leonardo da Vinci, but it's not really in our lifetime. You know. So,
yeah. So maybe Steve Jobs. You know.
Well, yeah, maybe. Okay. Just
you know.
Yeah, just for the argument, yeah.
Just for argument's sake.
I don't really agree with that, but just, I don't know. Oh, that's kind of tough one. Huh. I really don't. I mean, I got to, you know, huh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if you.
Well,
if you
yeah.
think
Eventually, I'll come up with something, but I'm really stuck there.
Well, also too, you know, some of the people that write novels, like Stephen King, he's very imaginative, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Then,
Richard Matheson is another good one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And some of the movie producers that are, you know, like Guy Ritchie. Even if you don't appreciate his films, Guy Ritchie came up with some very imaginative films. So, yep. Okay. Good. Good. Let's see. Bona, is that right? I'm so sorry if I mispronounce people's names. Bona Sadi. And Bona, you might have. Hello. How are you? Hello, Bona. Hello, Bona. How are you?
Hi. Hello.
Good. Doing very well. Am I pronouncing
I'm fine,
it
and
properly?
you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Am I pronouncing your name properly? Is it Bona? Okay, I will take that as a yes. Long, can you use imaginative in a sentence, please?
All right. My friend is an imaginative person. Is that okay?
Yeah, but that's kind of a fragmented sentence, okay? It's a proper sentence, but I would call it more fragmented because you want to tell us why, you know. My friend is an imaginative person because he's always creating new video games. My friend's an imaginative person because he's always drawing this beautiful art.
Yes,
My friend's
yeah.
an imaginative person because she's always writing these beautiful songs. Okay?
Should I give more details? Okay.
Yeah, and it's just you know that sort of sentence, you know, it's correct, it's proper grammar and so forth, but it's
too simple.
Yeah, it's too simple and it's more towards a fragmented sentence. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mustafa, imaginative. Hello, Mustafa. You might be muted. Boy, am I turning everybody off? Okay. Let's see. Amar, can you hear us now? Are you going to participate? Boy, am I the worst teacher of the day or something? Come on. I don't know what I'm doing wrong to everybody. You know? Gosh almighty. Let me show you all something, okay? You know, is it my looks or something? I don't know. What the heck? Jeez. Oy, oy, oy. I'm just trying to teach class, folks. I'm not trying to hurt you. So everybody take a look at this, okay? So what might be going on too is you might actually have the mute button. This might be okay. So if it's red, click it so that it looks like this. That way you can speak, okay? Okay? All right, good. Hopefully things will turn around now. Okay, so on to imaginative, to continue, or continuing imaginative. Glidey, imaginative. Hello, Glidey. Okay,
Hello,
imaginative. Hello again. Hello.
Hello.
So,
I think the students more imaginative than others. I am a teacher and my students is very imaginative. Imagine a lot of things about a lot of things.
So you're a teacher and your students are very imaginative, okay?
Yeah.
And I think in the first sentence, you can use it though, but just be careful because I think in your first sentence you were trying to say that you should use a lot of imagination, okay? Which is proper thing to say. And you can say that person has a lot of imagination. That's another way of saying that they're imaginative, okay? Right?
Okay.
So good.
Can I see example?
Yes. Oh, yes, Mustafa. I was waiting for you. I was missing you. Please. It's okay.
The house decoration was very imaginative and attractive.
Okay, but now you're talking about a house, and you're talking about the characteristics of a house, okay, which is fine, all right? But you could say, if you're talking about a person and a personality, you could say the decorator of the house was very imaginative. I could tell by the way that he built blah, 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 okay? So that's another way to say that when you're talking about personalities, okay? So good. So Bona, is your connection working now? Okay. And Amar? No? Okay, all right. Maybe they lack imagination. So, all right. And Fabricio, imaginative.
Okay. I think there are many less imaginative people with the emergence of internet.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're saying. So I think there are many less imaginative people since the emergence of the internet, right? And you can just say, I think there are less imaginative people in the world with the emergence of the internet. Okay?
Okay.
All right? Okay, so just another, a way to say it that sounds a little bit better, a little bit smoother, okay? And you're saying that because the internet, it is kind of a, the internet, you can pull up images anytime, you can do all this different stuff, play all these video games. It does kind of take away from imagination, doesn't it? Where you don't have to think as much.
Maybe I had to refer to children, for example, that they don't go out to play around,
Yeah, and I think there's some debate. I myself, it sounds kind of odd. I'm not a big fan of the internet, actually. I use it for a tool, for work. That's how I've always used it, as a computer programmer. Then I used to be director of companies, different things like that. But I think it does take away from your imagination. But other people will disagree and say that because you can find so much on the internet that it adds to your imagination. All right, so different ways to look at it. Okay, and I'm a little indecisive when it comes to that view. I'm just kidding, but that goes to our next word, okay? So now we get to indecisive. Let's see, I forgot so Glidey,
Hey,
hey Glidey. Yes, go ahead, Mustafa. What was that?
When you pronounce internet, you pronounce internet. What's the difference?
Internet. So here's where it comes to your local dialect and so forth. So where I was raised, we used to say, instead of fixing, we'd say fixin'. Instead of doing, we'd say doing. So when I say internet, okay, it's just because of my my accent that I have, right? Okay. I mean, you've heard the different teachers on Verbling, and if you've experienced different teachers, we all have our own little accents. Okay, unfortunately, I will say internet instead of internet. Okay, so I would pronounce it internet. And any time that you need to know how to properly pronounce something, okay, you can just go to dictionary. Yeah, but I apologize. I should say it. As it should be said. But yeah, it's just a, I kind of dropped the T, don't I? So yeah, internet instead of internet. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. And but good question though. I understand your question. So Glidey, indecisive.
Indecisive. Maybe I do, maybe I don't do. For example, maybe I intend chocolate cake or not.
Okay.
I can be
so yeah.
precise.
Yep. So that's also, like it says here, not knowing what choice to make. So that's a case of when you're being indecisive. So somebody who's indecisive is when they constantly can't make a decision. Okay, when it's repetitive. But you're right, that's an example of being indecisive. Maybe I go there, maybe I don't. I really don't know. Okay?
Yeah.
So good. So Servet, can you use indecisive in a sentence, please?
Yeah, I had a friend who is indecisive. When we went outside to buy something like clothes, he would never decide. He would never make his decisions immediately, and we would spend lots of time.
Yep. Lots of time shopping, trying things on, and so forth. Okay, good. And let's see here, Patty. Hello, Patty.
Hello.
How are you, Patty?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. Is that a picture of your kid and your dog?
Yes.
That's your kid and your dog? That's fantastic.
No, not my kid. It's just like I interesting something, so I found this picture is interesting, so I use that.
Okay. No. Okay. I was surprised if it was your kid and your dog. I'd be like, wow, you got one cool family. So Patty, can you use indecisive in a sentence, please?
It's an adjective, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I am an indecisive, right?
Indecisive.
Indecisive.
Mm-hmm.
I am an indecisive person when I have to do something new.
Mm-hmm. So when you have to do something new, right?
New. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and you can always check out the phonetic spelling here. Okay. When you're looking for something. So when you try something new, is it that you don't know if you like it or not?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, got it. Understood. All right. Long, indecisive.
Right. Basically, indecisive is not a good personality. So I make an example. Make a sentence here. A man who is indecisive may not run a country.
Okay, an indecisive man might not run a country. Yep. Okay, good. Okay. Let's go on to the next one here. So Fabricio, picky.
Picky. Hard to please. Too careful in choosing something.
Okay. All right. So
For example,
picky people can also... Go on. Sorry.
I'm quite picky when it comes to buy new hardware for my computer.
Okay, good. But you're not indecisive though, right? You finally make a decision?
No, because I'm a systems engineer, so I have to buy the best. Yep. So it takes me time to decide, but because I am analyzing everything too carefully.
Yep, too carefully, okay. But you end up making a decision, you're not just like going back and forth, okay? So good. Fabio, picky. Yeah. Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Picky. Let me see. Well, my cousin, it's always the cousins. Well, my cousin is such a snob person that is really picky when choosing shoes.
Okay, good. And I think
an example.
Yep. Yeah, and I think you want to use snobby, or she is such a snob, or she is snobby. Okay, and I might have been my hearing that was off. But good. And let's see here. So Mustafa, picky.
The children are such picky eaters.
Yeah. So that seems to be a personality characteristic of all children. They seem to be picky eaters. Okay, so good. Okay, sensible. So this is a nice one here. All right. I think you're next, Fabio. Sensible.
Sensible, practical, reasonable, something that makes sense. Oh, sorry. It's adjective. Practical, reasonable, something that makes sense. Bloody.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
And all these will be adjectives because they're describing a person or personality.
I was just I was just reading. I didn't pay attention, so sorry.
Oh, no problem. And if we look at who's sensible in here, and I'm not saying the rest aren't sensible, but Fabricio is more than likely a very sensible person, because he's the type of person that... Oh, I'm saying that as a compliment because, you're a systems engineer, and you'll find that people in that type of profession are very sensible. You look at things very logically. You see what makes sense. You make sure that you understand all the different things around you. So it's a good characteristic to have, Fabricio. Okay.
Yes.
And not that the rest of you aren't sensible. Okay,
but
I'm not saying
I
that.
think that you don't have to be sensible when it comes to love, for example.
Oh yeah, so that's it. So it's like we were talking earlier. There might be a side of you that is cynical, like the lady that was cynical when it came to her outlook on men, right? So you might have a indecisive look when it comes to love. There might be so many women that you love that it's just so hard to make your decision. So good, good, good. Okay, so let's see, glidey, sensible.
Sensible, like that people didn't do something really exactly.
Can you use an example sentence though? When you're talking about a person and the way they act.
Um, a doctor, engineer, is this? Can
So
it
like
be?
a doctor is a sensible person.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But you can make a sentence like, Dr. Jack is very sensible. When he told me about the operation, he made sure that I understood that I only had a 50% chance.
Exactly.
Okay. So and then I cried all night. So anyway, because I'm sensitive. Okay. So long, sensible.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. Okay. Sensible. It seems that is a sensible idea.
Okay, so it seems that it's a sensible idea because it came from Jack, who's a sensible person. Okay, so good, good, good. So let's see here. Patty, sensible.
During to make a new decision, I have to
Whenever I have to make a new decision, I have to be sensible about it. Is that right? Hello, Patty? Did you cut out? Maybe she's having an internet connection problem. Servette,
Yep.
sensitive. Can you tell us about sensitive here?
Easily feels emotion, easily hurt emotionally. Can be positive or negative.
Okay. So yep. So just remember, it can be positive or negative. She's a very sensitive person. She's very caring for all of her children. Takes good care of it. Boy, that Jack is so sensitive. You can't say anything to him without him getting upset. All right. So there's a positive and negative with the way that you use sensitive, and it just depends on the context. Okay. Can you use sensitive in a sentence, Servette?
Okay. Let's say Michelle Obama is a very sensible person about nature. When she heard about forest fire, she cried.
Okay. Yep. And you accidentally, at least it sounded like you said sensible instead of sensitive. Okay. So, and you can go back and listen to the class, but sensitive. Yep. So when she heard about the forest fire, she cried. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about those two. Those two are weird. So, okay. So Mustafa, sensitive.
Yes. The girl must be
Mustafa, it's kind of hard to hear you. Yeah, it's a little hard to hear you. Oh, it's just hard to hear you. Your
I
voice
have
is breaking in and out. Okay. And let me finish with Mustafa real quick, Glidey. So, Mustafa, are you still there?
Yes, I'm
So,
here.
can you try your sentence again? It was just a little hard to hear you.
The girl must be sensitive to enable deal with others.
The girl must be sensitive to be able to deal with others. Yeah, but that's That's not really something positive, not something negative. Well, yeah, I guess so. Maybe, you know, she must be sensitive to deal with the poor, right? You know, or something like that. So, okay, good. Glidey, did you have a example?
Yeah, my sister is very sensitive because she cries a lot. Oh my God, she has cried for everything.
Okay, very sensitive. She cries all the time. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
cries a lot, all the time.
Got it. So, Bona and Amar, I'm not trying to ignore either of you, but can either of you talk? Can either of you speak? Remember, there's the red microphone that you want to click up top. No? Okay. All right,
Hello?
Hello? Hey, Amar.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. So, Amar, can you use sensitive in a sentence?
Sensitive?
Sensitive. Can you use that in a sentence?
Okay. My girlfriend is too sensitive, and this causes a lot of problem to me.
Okay. My girlfriend's too sensitive, and it causes a lot of problems. Okay. Did you ever think that maybe you are not sensitive enough?
Too much sensitive?
Yeah, no, but sometimes people, they want to blame their girlfriend and say, oh, my girlfriend's too sensitive, right? And sometimes it's us men that aren't sensitive enough, right?
But
So that's
sometimes big problem, get angry from every small things.
Yeah, but sometimes it's our fault as men. But anyway, I won't get into that. This isn't a discussion on love and stuff. What do I know? Okay, so let's see. Long, can you read sophisticated?
All right. Okay. Representing high culture, very experienced in life.
Okay, so good. And Fabio, can you talk about sophisticated? Can you use an example sentence for me, please?
Yeah, actually, I got a good example about sophisticated. I know we're not supposed to tell stories, but you know, it gives the idea exactly what I think when I say sophisticated. I used to have a friend of mine. He was a really high-end manager for a company, and last time I saw him, he was flying first class from San Francisco to London, and the day before, being the sophisticated guy that he is, he called in advance British Airways to be sure that he had chestnut with the caviar, you know. And I'm not kidding. I mean, we were just like, "What?" So, yeah, I'm flying first. I'm flying first class. They're supposed to do whatever they want, whatever I want to. So I called them, you know, and I said, "Man, you know, you are far out." You know, that's the. I mean, to me,
that's almost eccentric. Yeah, it's sophisticated, but almost to the point of being.
Yeah, I understand what you say, but you should have been there when he said, because it wasn't being pompous or, you know, arrogant or stuff like that. It was just he said that as easy as say, well, you know, I want a Coke. I need, you know, some ice with a Coke. So what? The Coke. So it was really sophisticated because he wasn't, you know, an arrogant.
Because it was so natural, right? It was so natural the way he said it. Yep. Good. I got it. Yeah, that is a good example.
It is.
I'm definitely not that sophisticated. I eat most of my meals out of a crock pot. So, so I do though. So thoughtful. Let's see here. Okay, so the last one here. Yeah, can you read the last one here, Fabricio? Thoughtful.
Okay, thoughtful. Often doing things to make other people feel good.
Okay. And also, too, that can, you know, sometimes you can actually be too thoughtful and people step on you, but that's a whole nother thing. Okay, so good. So, by the way, you have this link. It's provided for you, all right? And there are questions, okay, in a conversation that you can follow up, all right? And this doesn't really require me as the teacher to be there. And also, too, you have another follow-up here as well. that'll help you out. Okay? So that's the thing I like about these English page lessons. That's why I like to use them, is because after I'm gone, okay, after I'm gone, you can still continue to follow up. So it's up to you to decide, you know, how much more you want to learn with this, okay? All right, so good. So there's another teacher coming in. I'm actually taking up his time. So I'm going to end the broadcast now, thanking all of you for attending.